All right, so if we look at her, good. If we look at her overall body language right now, her body's a little bit looser in her movements. Good. Her eyes are a little softer, meaning they're good. Staring less intensely. Tossing a few too many treats. You really should just do like 1 or 2 max. Unless it's something special. Yes. So I'm going to mix in, sprinkle in a few of those treats for the dog barking. Good. I don't know if you heard, she kind of did a big like, so I want to reward that. That's her doing a deep breath, which helps with relaxation. So what you're seeing right now is that she's starting to, I've given her so many quick treats because that dog keeps barking and she keeps getting triggered that now she's starting to put her head down and then pop up real quick. She's not getting that real relaxation in. So I want to try to get in a few longer ones because you don't want her to just put her head down and then pop back up and be like, oh, here, I did it. You're really looking for that turning off. Good. That was about 15 seconds. You're really looking in the 20 to 30 second range, but I'm trying to catch her while she's staying settled a little bit longer because that dog's just barking so frequently that I at least want to try to catch her with a few of the short versions of a long one before it barks again. Good. Her eyes are starting to close. She's not having the leg kickouts. She's being a lot less fidgety, so now she's starting to get some real relaxation in there. That's 5. Yes. So dog barked. She didn't even lift her head. So that means she's starting to not perceive that as much of an issue, which is good. I'm going to still reward periodically when that dog barks, just because I don't want her to start going back to being triggered by it. But now I'm going to start waiting to just see if she can stay settled through it. Keep her head down. You can see there's that leg kick out. She's a little bit fired up right now. Some fidgeting. That's 5. Good. That was 12. So again, I start the count over. If she moves her head, kicks her legs, any kind of movement, I start the count over. You're looking for the count to be when her body is still. Yes. So there she kept her head down when that dog barked, so I'm going to go ahead and reward that no matter where I am in the count. Good. If she keeps her head down when the dog barks, I'm going to pay for that. Yes. Good. So now what I'm showing her is you can stay relaxed, that good. And good things are going to happen if you stay calm when that dog is barking. That's our ideal, is that she never even goes into that threat assessment mode where she's like, oh, what's that? Do I need to be worried about that? And then puts her head down. Our ideal is that she just kind of stays like, whatever. Good. So she got a little triggered. Put her head back down, so I'm going to pay for that. Oops. I'm going to give it just one more second to see if she can put her head down, but she's starting to kind of escalate. So I think what I'm actually going to... Yes, good. There she looked away and looked at me, so I'll pay for that. I don't want to let her keep going. If she does one little woof or growl or, two, I'll see if she can pull herself out of it, but I don't want to let it go and go because then it's going to start to escalate. Yes. Good girl. Good. So there she did a huff and then looked away. So that was good. Good face. Oops. So give her another second, see if she can work through this. The dog's not stopping though. Touch? Yes. Good. So I'll give her a quick reward for a touch. Touch? Yes. It's a way to redirect her attention away from the trigger and do something that she feels good about to help her feel better. Good. Here. And so again, after she got a little triggered there, I rewarded for the first time that she put her head down. Good. There the dog was barking and she put her head down. Yes. The dog barks and she keeps her head down. I'm going to pay for that. See if she can work through it. Yes. Good. All right, so dog's not barking anymore, so now the only thing that's going to pay is keeping your head down for a longer period of time. And again, like I'm looking for the body to not move. And if it moves, I start the count over. She's just looking over at Faze in the other room right now. That's not a stress thing. That's more of a curiosity thing. So you saw I didn't give her a treat for that. I'm only going to give her a treat if she puts her head back down after a stressor happened. Not if she's just like, oh, hey, what's Faze doing in there? I wonder if there's a treat. That's not a stress. That's not putting her head down after a stressor. So then I'm just going to wait for something that's a little bit longer. So she's just curiously watching Faze move around now. Faze, not helpful. Can you lay down, please? Lay down. Thank you. Oh, good, Faze. Oh, I did say good, didn't I? There, you kind of want to. All right, so the dog's not barking anymore. Lie down. Thank you. Dog barked? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and give a few treats just to make a connection again. Yes. Good. If she keeps her head down, that's the best. Yes. So anytime that dog barks and she keeps her head down, I'm going to pay for that. Yes. Oops. Actually, her head wasn't down there. But since I said the word, I still have to pay out. Oops. I'm trying to break Ziwi Peek in my hand and dropping treats everywhere. So that dog's barking right now. Yes. Here. Over here. And she's still settling down, so I'm going to go ahead and pay that. Yes. She keeps her head down. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can redirect her. Touch. Yes, because that dog's still barking. Good girl. So I'm going to use my touch to redirect her and put her back in her thinking brain. Touch. Yes. Touch helps turn that thinking brain back online. Good. And then when she's thinking, she can make good decisions, using the tools that she learned to calm herself down. So she's sniffing, so that's still moving. So you see you're getting more fidgeting right now. That's why it's really important not to just do a whole bunch of quick ones, but good. She did a big like, and that's what I just rewarded. So it's really important to move. Now, she's doing kind of a woof thing, but that dog's not barking right now, so I'm not going to give her anything. I only want to make the connection with the dog barking being good. So again, every time she moves, I start that count over. That's 12. Good. That was 15. So I wanted to try to catch her and reward before that dog started barking again. And you'll see how when we do some of those longer settles, she starts to get more relaxed, a little bit less fidgety. And then now she just kicked her legs out to the side, which is a more relaxed posture than having them pulled up underneath her, kind of that Sphinx style. Good. So there she kept her head down when the dog barked, so that automatically gets you a treat. That's 5 seconds. Good. That was 20. So her body's not moving. Her eyes are still kind of going back and forth. I don't know. Sometimes I just kind of watch her white eyebrows to see if her eyes are moving or if they're kind of doing... You can see if they're moving back and forth, that's still kind of a more alert thing. If they're going up and down, that's more of like I'm getting... My eyes are starting to close because I'm getting sleepy. Good. Dog barked, so that's automatic treats if you keep your head down. Good. Oh, she did not have her head down. My fault. Did you get one stuck? Okay. Dog barks. She keeps her head down. Automatic treat. Good. Puts her head back down after a trigger treat. Okay. Looks at me. I'll still treat for that. It's better if she puts her head down, but if she looks at me, that's still good. Whatever. She is looking to me is still being a little amped up, but breaking her, that magnetic pull. Good. That stressor has on her. Putting her head down says, hey, I'm good. I've got this. I'm calm. I'm relaxed. Good. More relaxed. All right, so nothing's happening. So then I'm going to look for dog barks, keeps her head down, automatic treats. Okay, so she's getting a little amped up. Good. Put her head down. Pay for that. Good. There she put her head right back down instead of taking the treats and then doing a threat assessment again. Okay, so dog's not barking anymore, so now I'm going to wait for a longer one. She started moving, so I'm going to start my count over again. That's 12. Dog started barking. She kept her head down. Automatic treats. Dog stops barking. We're going to go back to a long settle. That's 20. And just given that she's been pretty amped up with this dog barking, I'm going to go ahead and reward a few at 20. That's 5. You can see her body is not really moving. Seeing less of the eyebrows moving back and forth. Now they're kind of moving a little bit more up and down, like getting sleepy eyes. Not a lot of that. They're actually still darting around. I saw one or two, but they're more open and staring. Dog barks, automatic treats for keeping your head down. Automatic treats, yes, good. Here, get it. Thank you. So you're teaching her how to stay calm even when something potentially stressful is happening. And then what you're doing is you're making it where that's not a stressful thing anymore. Good. Nice big sigh there. I'm going to go ahead and pay that. It's kind of that deep breath like, so you always want to pay that. That's a great thing. So nothing's going on. Dog's not barking. So I'm going to do a longer one. She moved, start over. She moved, start over. She moved, start over. And the dog's not barking, so I'm just letting her work it out and starting the count every time she settles back down. So there, I'll start again. Dog starts barking, she keeps her head down, automatic treats. So I'll give her a little woof or two and see if she can work it out. If she doesn't escalate with any more, good, growling, or if she's just looking, I'll give her some time to see if she can, good, work it out and break the magnetic pull. But if I see her starting to do more growling or the woofing and that's not coming back down, that's when I want to interrupt. I don't want to let that keep escalating. If she's just looking, she's kind of making an assessment. But if she's starting to do much growling or barking, she's starting to escalate, and I want to interrupt that with a hand touch. Dog's not barking, so we'll go back to waiting for her to do a longer settle. Okay, start it over. Dog's still not barking. So when she's able to keep her head down and you're giving her a treat for keeping her head down when the dog's barking, that's kind of a twofer. That's working on both the reacting brain and the thinking brain. The reacting brain says, hey, every time that dog barks, good stuff happens. And then you're also on the thinking brain, because she's calm enough to be thinking, saying, hey, if you keep your head down when something like that happens, when a dog barks or a noise happens, good things happen too. So you're reinforcing both that reacting and thinking brain, making a good connection with the dog barking, and also reinforcing her for keeping her head down when it's a little harder, because that's something that's a little bit triggering. So dog barks, keeps head down, treat happens. Good. Dog barks, treat happens. So now, since she's not escalating with any kind of, so she's starting to do a little woof. It's still pretty mild, so I'm going to see if she can work it out. If she starts doing more of the vocalizing, I'm going to interrupt by asking her to do a hand touch. Right now she's kind of, yes. She was kind of in a holding pattern. Good. I'll pay her a few times for looking at me, looking away from the magnetic pull, breaking that and looking to me. Dog's not barking, so I'm just waiting for her to lay back down. You can see she's good. Still got that magnetic pull thing going on. Good. All right, so now the dog's not barking, so I'm going to start waiting for something more, because she's staying looking at me after she gets her treat, which is telling me that she's good. Yes. Dog barks and she's staying looking at me. That's good. Means she's not getting pulled back by that magnetic pull as much. And so after a few of those, I'm going to see if she can calm herself down now that she's clearly back in her thinking brain. Good. Puts her head down. Because if she's able to look away from him up to me, looking at me is a thinking behavior, making the choice to look to me as a thinking behavior. So if she can show me she can do that a few times in a row, I want to see if she can do the next level, which is making the choice to put your head down. So since she's gotten a reward a number of times now for looking away up to me, I want to see if she can now go to that next level. Good. And put her head down, which is the ability to self-soothe, which is what we want, right? We don't want to always have to micromanage them. Good. So see if her thinking brain's online first, and after you've rewarded that thinking brain for being online a few times, see if she can do the next level in the thinking, which is put your head down. Don't just look at me, but put your head down. Good. So she kept her head down with the dog barked. I'm going to pay for that. Okay, so there's a little wolf. I'm going to see what she does. Is she able to bring herself back down, or does she escalate? The vocalizing is what's telling me. Good. So there she started to escalate, but then pulled herself back down, so I'm going to pay for that. Good. And the dog's not barking anymore, so I'm going to start moving towards a longer one. Okay, dog barks. She didn't get a treat there because she didn't have her head down. And I'm going to see if we're at the point where we can do enough good thinking stuff where I can not have to just give her the treat to make a good connection, but if I can pull her back into her thinking brain more. So starting to vocalize, so I'm going to see, can she pull herself out of it, or do I need to interrupt? Good. So she pulled herself out of it, so I'm going to go ahead and reward that. Good. She looked at me. I'm going to pay for that. Yes. He barked. She looked at me. I'll pay for that. Yes. Good. And then that's my ideal, is that she puts her head down. So good is that she looks away from the bark and up to me. Best is that she puts her head down. Sorry, I think I stepped on your tail, didn't I? Good. Kept her head down when he barked, so I paid for that. Good. Again, I'm always good. Paying in the opposite direction of the trigger. Good. Kept her head down when he was barking. You are going to be full. What are you doing? Good. Then I'll also pay trying to get her to lay more on her hip. So right now she's got all those feet tucked under her, which is not as relaxed. There she's got them. Good. Here. Out, off to the side. That's what we're looking for, is those feet kicked out to the side. I'd prefer she does it towards me, but because it lets me see her face more. Dog barks, she keeps her head down, automatic treats. Dog barks, head down, automatic treats. Now she's got her head up. Okay, there she's got it down, dog barks, head down, automatic treats. So again, this is helping her on both that thinking brain and the reacting brain. It's good choices and good connections. So nothing for that because nothing was happening. Okay, so she's escalating a little bit. So I'm going to see if she can pull herself out of it. And make the choice to put her head down or look at me. Good. Even when that dog was barking. Head down. Good. All right, the dog's not barking anymore. So we're going to go for a longer one. You can see she's fidgety now because it's been a lot of up, down with that dog getting her a little fired up. So she's trying to let that go now. Good. That was a little bit longer one, so I'll pay for that.